Your question concerning
so let's just clarify. None of the money that has been received has been spent as yet. So we've been using our government funds.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
So none of that money has been spent.
Somebody come and look at this.
They're now going to figure out how to spend it. They're now going to figure out how to spend it.
Something all right.
But I see so many pictures of persons giving out packages. And it is becoming almost the in thing now on social media. Everybody is giving out a package. No, I think in the initial days it's necessary. But I'm also very concerned about the dignity of our people. You know, I don't like my country to be shown as people running to get food, running to get fighting over a package and those kind. I don't like that. And it creates a kind of mentality that is not Jamaican. We are independent people at heart.
Something or nothing. Choose one you think the government is doing in your opinion. Again, the question is something or nothing. What do you think the Andrew Holness-led government or the Andrew Holness-led administration is doing? Nothing. That is what is according.
Alright, so this man is definitely delusional. You're saying that people that are affected by the Category 5 hurricane should not be running after care packages? You're saying that they should not be running after those packages? How does that make sense? Them always say who feels it knows it, and this man definitely don't know what going. How can you say that? These people are literally starving. Most of these people haven't eaten days. You get me? I say most of these people even have shelter over their head. And you're saying that Jamaica is an independent country. We should be behaving like that because it's not Jamaican. You're right, it's not Jamaican. But after Category 5 hurricane hit, and you have no way to look back, you have no way to turn it back, you have no way to rest your back on because you have no support. And you finally get support. What do you think the people are going to do? Alright, we are back with another installment of Speaker Mind TV, and as I said before, to support the channel, let's give this video a thumbs up and comment your feedback in the comment section. Alright, so as I said, Andrew Holness is absolutely delusional. You don't believe me, listen to that part. You see what I talk about? What do you mean by figure out how to spend it? How you mean? I try wonder what you mean by figure out. So you guys have received billions of dollars, right? To aid the people that was affected by the hurricane, right? And each day pass by, the people are getting more frustrated. Most people haven't eaten. Most people haven't slept comfortable since hurricane, and the hurricane has been gone for a month now, a couple of days. You get me? I say, I understand. People are always say, how can the government do so much in 1, 2 week or 3 week or so forth? Lie not tell, man. How can the government? What do you mean? When election are gone, one day take the government them to issue out shirt, to issue out money, to issue out the green and red, the green and pink flag them receive on the wall everywhere and they get. What do you mean? What do you mean? When it's election,
asking why is it this early relief program has been so chaotic, disjointed, and partisan in how it has been carried out.
The question asked is a classic case of bringing the false notion onto a public platform. I can say here, and the member from Southwest, I call her my neighbor and my sister. I try not to be harsh, but she's saying that she can manage it. The member from St. Andrew Southwest is not an expert in disaster recovery. The experts in disaster recovery have spoken, and they have spoken publicly on Jamaican media, on Jamaican radio. They have written documents, and they have said quite the opposite. In fact, they have commended Jamaica as a small island developing state for its response. The persons who peddle this falsehood, Mr. Speaker, seem to conveniently ignore that Hurricane Melissa was one of the strongest hurricanes to have hit Jamaica, not just in the Atlantic, but globally. It is in the top 3 strongest hurricanes. No other hurricane has done the level of damage to Jamaica in its recorded history than this one. None. Within hours after Hurricane Melissa, I picked up the phone and I called the chief, the acting chief of defense staff, the head of the NWA, the minister responsible for works, and I said to them, get the airport open.
11 o'clock that night.
They were out there in the night checking the road to make sure, checking with the necessary authorities to make sure that planes could land. The following day, we were able to open it. Mr. Speaker, in a few days, hold on, in a few days, we were able to open the Sangster International Airport. In 72 hours, roads were blocked, communities cut off. I don't like to talk about what the equipment capability of the JDF is. Well, we don't have enough.
And them do the impossible. Crossroad, average, everywhere stage rock keep, everywhere set up in one day. So what not talk about? What not talk about? Just hope say the Jamaican people them eye open now. Hope so when they see alright, the politician them not care about you know. Hope so not see that right now. Because most of what these politicians are saying is total bullshit. You're using your own money to aid the people them. Okay. So when you're using your own money to aid the people them, what you gonna use to pay back yourself? The billions that you guys received? Bro, container houses are selling for 2.5 million, 1.5. You're telling me you cannot buy a couple container houses to put the people in now? For the time being? You're telling me that other people have been supporting Uno, as in the celebrities and famous influencers? Bro, the amount of money Jamaica receive, I now say it probably can't cover everybody, but it can start it, bro. You know, this does not feel right. I understand that at first Jamaica get a category 5 hurricane. I know everybody probably be devastated by it. You get me? I say, but I honestly don't think the government is doing a good job. I honestly don't think he's doing a good job. I think there's a lot more to be done, and he's not even making effort to do so. Him constantly bring up the JDF and JCF and so forth. Yes, everybody are jumping for helping. But all we are saying is that we honestly think that more can be done. That's all the people must say.
Minister Darrell Vaz told us that JPS needs $350 billion to restore the electricity grid so that people can get electricity. He said that the government is going to take $150 million and lend it to JPS. I asked him, so what about the other $200 million? Are we going to ensure there's a plan that puts that money in place before we risk our 150 so that the full 350 that he said is the amount required is available to JPS? At that point, he went on a tirade, calling people bad mind, heartless, and all kind of foolishness. It was a simple question, it was a logical question, and it's a question they need to answer. Because we need the grid fixed. We need it fixed as quickly as possible. It's going to cost $350 million to do it. Only $150 million is on the table. What's the government's solution for that gap? Simple. And Minister Vaz, I have one more question. If it's $350 million to restore electricity, and you're willing to lend them $150 million without knowing where the other $200 million is coming from, which section of Jamaica are you willing to sacrifice by proceeding without sufficient money to fix the problem? So if only part of Jamaica is going to get fixed, which parts are not going to get fixed? Because we only have $150 million and not the $350 that it will take to do the job.